My bike has some mechanical issues. I couldn't use biggest and lowest 3 gears, so it was jumping and I could only shift between the middle few gears, and that really disrupted the rhythm of my cycling. And there's a few very steep climbs and I have to just grind through it with my heavy gear. Alright man, bad race.
Good race?
Bad race. This will be another race for me in Southeast Asia. Like previously, I went for the SEA Games in Hanoi. Before that, way earlier when I was a kid, so I raced Phuket before. So this will be my second time racing in Phuket as an adult. So my first time was as a kid. So that race, it was called the Iron Kids race. I managed to win that race, overall champion. Yeah, I'm excited to go back to Phuket to race a different race, but as an adult now and a much longer distance. Level of competition to be pretty high considering the reputation of the race. I read about it before. So one of the magazines rated the event as one of top 10 triathlon event in the world and number 1 in Southeast Asia. So there should be quite interesting field and strong field of athletes going there within Southeast Asia and maybe especially in Thailand lah. You know, it's more convenient for them. Been to 9 Ironmans and completed 6 Ironmans. So he has been the one who got me into triathlon, who started me and guided me since I was young. He himself also raced in this upcoming race that we are going.
This event, Edwin told me he's going with Arena Malaysia. So I say I join him lah. I always race in the age group, always ready. So he been follow me for doing running, triathlon, swimming, achieve some result. Actually, a lot of friends will tell me, "Listen, your job done," because he already represent Malaysia already. I say yes, I know, but I still have one hope. Hopefully, he can get a medal of any color. Whatever MSN cash offer you, I will match you. Give them some encouragement. So still hoping.
Done setting up my bike. I'm all good. Luckily nothing happened. Bike's all safe from the flight. Later after this, we'll be going to collect our race kit for the race kit collection. And then after I'll attend the briefing for race briefing because it's my first time racing. I just want to know what the organizer want to tell us. And after that, I will check in my bike. But before that, I will get the race kit and I need to set up my stickers on the bike and also on the helmet before we check in our bike to the transition. After that, we'll go for lunch and have a good rest and we'll wait for carbo-load dinner tonight. So I've collected my race kit. This race kit is pretty interesting. They actually give you race belt, so you have a complimentary race belt. If you don't have, you can actually use your race belt. So this is my race number and we have coupons and vouchers inside. And most importantly, this is the stickers that we need for the race. This one is for your bike seat post. We have 2 other stickers, one for the front of the helmet and the other 2 is probably at the side of the helmet. And you have extra stickers, you can either put it on your back. These are the common stickers that we have for a triathlon race. So here now I'm going to put my stickers for my seat post. Looks good. Alright, and we are done. 173.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Alright, so my number is 173 and I'm in row 1. For those who start out triathlon, it's good that when you come into the transition, you need to visualize and remember which row for your bicycle. If not, once you come out from the swim, coming into T1, you'll be very confused and you'll be running up and down 2-3 minutes just to look for your bike. So if you know where your bike is, it's gonna save you a lot of time. Let's go to my transition spot. For the bike setup in transition 1, first thing first, you need to make sure you're in the right gear, because if not, if going out T1, if you want to pedal, if you are putting your gears in a lower gear, it's going to be hard for you to pedal out. So you want to put it at a moderate gear towards the middle, so it's easier for you to pedal out. Usually T1, you put the front of your bike facing out, so it's easier for you to carry and push it out. The rest of the stuff, whereby I need to put on my bike shoes and helmet, stuff like that, I'll be showing it to you guys tomorrow morning. Today, I'll just put in my bike here and I'll leave my tires not fully pumped, just a little bit. If the weather gets too hot, the tire might burst or explode. I'll keep it at just a good amount of PSI and then tomorrow morning only I'll pump it full for my race. So usually a day before a race, I will carboload, take more intake of carbohydrates and protein as well, and probably less of fiber, because if you take too much fiber, then probably on the race day you will want to go to the toilet more often. Less fiber and generally more carbo. A few days before the race, I will try to reduce and stop taking caffeinated drinks, so that on race day or when I take the caffeine, the body actually gets more reaction to it, more like a boost lah. I want to sleep earlier tonight lah. The whole day traveling from KL, we didn't have enough sleep, right? Travel midnight flight, and I try to wake up around 4 to eat, so I'll try to sleep maybe tonight around 10. Usually before the race, I will do mental visualization. I'll visualize myself, even starting from waking up. What do I do? My breakfast, going to the toilet, and then going to the transition, what I need to prepare, and then I visualize the swim course, the bike course, the run course, how am I going to feel. If anything happened, I'll try to think plan B. So on race day, if plan A doesn't go well, you know already, oh, I can go to plan B itself. A word of advice for triathletes or anyone going for races is, if you're feeling nervous or anxious, ask yourself what's the worst that could happen, right? If you ask yourself that, and if you can answer that, then if anything happens, you won't feel so nervous or so panicked.
The one cannot wear shorts one.
So for my race today, I'll take one gel before my swim. And then the one's a caffeinated one, so just to boost up my system a bit. And then on the bike, I will take 2 gels. I'll basically follow the same plan as what I do for my Olympic distance. So I'll just take 2 gels on the bike. On the run, take 1 gel with me. If I'm feeling bonked, then I'll take. If not, then I won't take any gels on the run. Total about 3 to 4 gels for my race. I'll be having 2 bottles on my bike, 1 bottle of energy drink and the other bottle plain water. Rubber band to tie up our shoes here, so it's easy for me to put on my shoes. I had a good swim today. It was a solid one. I managed to follow the first pack of the age groupers. After my T1, when I started the bike, could have followed pack on the bike. I'm not too sure why it didn't click in my mind to follow them, and it was a mistake lah. The first 20 plus K I was cycling alone, and that's a lot of disadvantage compared to others who are cycling in a group. And then after that, I realized my bike has some mechanical issues. I couldn't use biggest and lowest 3 gears, so it was jumping and I could only shift between the middle few gears, and that really disrupted the rhythm of my cycling. And there's few very steep climbs and I had to just grind through it, and it was so strenuous, and I know it's going to cost me on my run because I literally went all up going up the hill with that gear. But I tried to stay focused and try to stay calm and just accept what it is and do my best with whatever I have. The bike really affected my run. First loop of the run was okay, but after second loop I can really feel the fatigue coming in. I told myself I just push through and survive and finish the race no matter what. I don't want to give up. And overall, I did my best, what I could do, and managed to get second place in my age group. I'm happy with that, and I'm happy to come here to race. I'll be happy to come back here again next year to race, because overall the event was organized very well. If time allows you, try to come maybe 2 days earlier for an international race so that you have more time to rest, to prepare, to get ready. For example, in my case, we came a day earlier and I just had a very quick and simple bike spin, and I thought my bike was functioning well. I didn't test all the gear. I was just using the middle gear and I thought the bike is okay. But end up the gears on the top and the bottom was jumping. Number 1, try to come earlier for international races, 2 days earlier. And number 2, never take it for granted, checking your equipment. Make sure you check everything. For bike, shift your gears, make sure all gears are working. So no matter what level of athlete are you, always double check your equipment before your race, because small issues can cause problems. After going through this, it helped me to be a better athlete in the future. So if I join a bigger race, I wouldn't do this mistake and I will achieve a better result. Never take small things for granted, as it can cost you certain placing if you are fighting for